There are many mathematical skills that are used every day, such as percentages, decimals, adding, subtracting, figuring out your wages. Math application is also the ability to problem solve in the workplace.
Math applications at Genesis are one of those intrinsic abilities that we are counting on every single person here to be able to do. You may often think that when you go through high school, you're not going to apply a lot of the math skills that you learn. However, those math skills teach you to think in a very logical, reasonable way.
In radiology, we have to use the inverse square law a lot in order to provide the correct dose for our patients to make sure that they're not getting too much radiation or too little radiation to create the best image possible for the physicians to be able to read.
We have all kinds of different infectious diseases. So in environmental services, we utilize a chemical called Defender. And we have a certain ratio that we use to combat any possible contagion that could be potentially hazardous within the hospital.
Well, math application is very important in regards to Findlay Fire because almost everything we do involves math of some type or some sort.
We do mathematical stuff as far as bids, pricing quotes. We also do mathematical flow rates as far as discharge, how much water we can flow, how much intake pressures and friction loss.
Math application at Kraft Heinz, within my job, it's probably 90% math. I work with projects. I have to vet projects, go out and see if there's money there. Even when you're on the floor just starting, we have to account for everything, and math comes into play there too.
That could help us with our yield, our output, waste, ends and pieces. So we know if we're hitting goal, if we're not hitting goal, what issues we're running into, where we need to work on.
We take a raw product, as a lot of industries do, and we have to get the most out of that raw product. Every step that the product goes through, we have to collect data to make sure that we have the proper amount of shrinkage. We get a yield for every step.
As the accounting manager at Zemba Brothers, math plays a big role for me. There's other pieces and parts in the company that also deal with math.
Depending on the service line you're working in, directional boring has to do with depths. You have to read your plans and know how deep you need to be and how deep you want to be at the end of the run. You know, same thing with pipe. It has to have a certain percentage of fall to make sure that water flows the right direction and works the way it's supposed to.
What materials cost to our estimators, putting the right price out there. Math is very important to employees looking at their paychecks. You know, I mean, math's a very important part. So many levels.
What made me want to be a nurse is to be able to care for people. I love giving that attention to people, helping patients become better, and also educating patients.
What I do here at Genesis Healthcare is work in the surgery processing department, and we sterilize and reprocess all of the instruments for the OR and any clinics outside of the OR.
I'm a radiologic technologist, so I take x-rays. I do a lot in fluoro rooms, which is kind of like a live x-ray type deal. I go to surgeries and do cases up there with our C-arms.
So I'm an environmental services specialist, and my day-to-day responsibilities are quality control, infection prevention, and I'm also a supervisor for environmental services, and they keep the hospital clean.
I did my radiologic technology schooling through Zane State. My second year of schooling, I did my clinical site was here at Genesis. I really enjoyed my experience. I enjoyed the people who worked in my department. I enjoyed people who worked in other departments. So when I graduated, I was lucky enough to get offered a contingent position. Then just about a year later, I was offered a full-time day shift position.
I've been here for close to 10 years. At the time, I had a job and we were being absorbed by a different company, so I kind of just needed a job, and that's why I started. I stayed because I love the work and it's rewarding. You do have to have a certification within 1 year, and that education is given to you by Genesis.
I have been a nurse here for 4 years. While at Genesis, I was very fortunate to be able to use their tuition reimbursement program to get my BSN, my Bachelor in Nursing, and I am now going back for my nurse practitioner.
I had no intention of working in healthcare whatsoever, so I thought I'd give it a shot. I quickly discovered the importance of healthcare, and I feel like I found my niche. I took this job very seriously. I showed up, I was dependable. I was here on time every day. I wanted to learn more. I jumped 2 levels of seniority into the position that I'm in right now, and it's only looking up from here.
If healthcare is something that you think that you want to do, but aren't really sure where you want to go, Genesis does offer volunteer services to where you can come in and volunteer in different departments, and you can also come in and observe in most of the departments as well.
There's a lot of opportunities, and all you have to do is work hard and care about what you do and love what you do every day.
I am proud to be an employee of Genesis Healthcare because my values and my morals in life actually go hand in hand with what Genesis stands for.
My family is from Zanesville. I love serving my community.
Genesis has provided me with top-notch training to be the best registered nurse that I can.
It is unlike any organization that I've ever worked for.
I definitely think that better begins here with each and every one of our employees.
I'm working hard to make sure that my department, including me and everyone working there, does the best that they can do.
My path to this point has been very long, and I wish that I had started here a lot sooner, but that just tells me that I'm in the right place.